you assume it's either going to go in or go safe, but it's stayed over the pocket, so somewhere in between. I think with Jiahui, he's brilliant. He does make the odd mistake. They don't all go in, but most of them do. Now, is he going to try and get the bunch open? Looks like he's going to the top of the cue. Also, no, not yet.
Eight.
Judd, I think, has already come to terms with the fact that he's got a problem today with this man, because he's kind of given him free rein. Hasn't made things difficult for him yet. It's a longish match, though, of course, first to 6. But right now, Judd Trump is being swamped.
He was effusive in his praise of his opponent today,
60.
as mentioned, ahead of this match. He rates him very highly. I'm sure he enjoys his style of play. Like Trump, he's so attacking, great long potter. Goes for his shots, but right now he's on the wrong end of it,
17.
although he's just lost the cue ball a bit there.
Yeah, it was an interesting red to play. He didn't have to play that red. He could have played the one below it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, what a marvellous shot that is. I mean, he was positionally slightly out of kilter from the previous shot, but what a magnificent shot that was to get the reds open again.
Well, that's a sign of confidence, isn't it? Because it was a missable shot that he left himself with, knowing that if he did miss, he was leaving Trump plenty, but didn't flinch.
25.
This is quite intimidating stuff at the moment from Jiahui. Although that's gone wrong too.
And it has, but he's got the red up into the green pocket.
32.
Like the red he potted in the previous frame into the yellow pocket. Marvellous. It's a joy to watch someone with such a free expression of how they play. You can see overcoached players who don't always look like they're enjoying themselves, but he hits the ball with such joy, it seems to me.
40.
And totally unfazed when he does make a slight positional error. Knocking in awkward balls as though they're over the hole.
Yes, he's looking at maybe getting an angle on the next black to get the reds opened. It's going to take a little bit of thought. The pack of reds are not
41.
ideally placed. It's quite easy to just glance off them and end up at the wrong end of the table on this shot if you're not careful. Looks like he's not going to go into them. At least he recognised the situation. It maybe wasn't the time.
48.
But it's going to have to be on the next colour. Unless there's a plant in there. I think they're lined up.
$49.
Well, he thinks they're lined up. This is the biggest shot of the frame, because surely if the plant doesn't go in, he does significant damage, but they look like they're stacked up to the pocket to me.
57.
In goes the plant, but he needs another good shot now. The frame not yet won. And again, so well cued.
64.
Yes, what has he got of those 5 reds? Is he in a position to pop one, the one below the pink, into the left corner? Got to get the frame one first, but he's on reds and blacks, don't forget. Not that I'm sure anyone watching has
65.
forgotten. Now, I wonder if that red that I mentioned also pots to the right middle. It might come in handy if it does. Yeah, that's perfectly on it. So this is frame ball, and then maybe
72.
something very much more significant to follow. And possibly
73.
a chance of the 147 here, depending on how the next little nudge into the reds works out.
He's not made one in professional competition.
Oh yes, that is absolutely A1.
80.
I'm sure Judd Trump will be rooting for him now. He knows the frame has gone. 140 is his best, which he's done a couple of times.
81.
Might just put a little screw into the pink here gently if the 2 reds to the left of the pink don't pot to the right corner. It's an absolutely wonderful chance.
And he's had to play a
88.
couple of excellent retrieving shots in this break, where things could have ended much
89.
earlier. Even the black just now off the plant was not a gimme when he knew the frame was still live and Trump could make a winning counter. But this really is something else from C so far today. And remember, he sat out the first frame to a century. But what a
96.
performance since then.
$97.
Yeah, I mean, the colours are all where they should be. Pink's not far from its spot. Well, it's okay. But it's the first
104.
semblance of a mistake for quite a few shots during this break. He didn't really want to be playing this shot with the rest, but he should be okay. You can see his slight disappointment where the balls have ended up, though. It's a bit tricky. Queuing near the blue. Oh, great shot. Great shot.
105.
Test of nerve as much as skill from here on in for Jiahui. He knows that he's within sight of breaking new ground.
Played that well. Top side of the red. Easy to get on the black. Well, it may look a bit low on the black, but he's guaranteed to play on the yellow. Just got to make sure he doesn't miss the pot. It's absolutely spellbinding stuff.
We have the 205th in the history of this sport professionally from Mark Allen at the recent British Open.
$122.
The great Steve Davis having made the first at the Larder Classic 52 years ago. 42 years ago, I should say. Feels like a lifetime anyway.
125.
But you can bet your life there'll be butterflies in the stomach right now. As straightforward as this may appear for Jiahui,
129.
That's absolutely perfect as well.
$134.
Straight would be fine. Crowd are really hushed now. It's an absolutely
140.
magnificent break.
They won't be in a few moments' time, though, if this black goes in. What a moment for Jiahui for the maximum. Listen to that. Judd Trump offers his congratulations. A wonderful break. More history made. Jiahui with his first ever 147 as a professional. He's brought the house down. What a roar that was. The roof raised here in Wuhan. And what a session of snooker. Dynamite stuff from Jiahui. He has blitzed Judd Trump in frames 2 to 4.